of communication in this vast cosmic field, because this is not space. This is full of communication signals. So through these chakras, we are able to connect to these different
It's your
levels.
antenna to God and the universe.
Yes.
Because we're actually one ball of energy.
Yes.
Connected to the divine source.
Okay, Dexter,
Wonderful.
Kevin asked actually, how do you misalign your chakra?
Okay, if we feel bad, we hate somebody, we feel we are having the frequency of anger, emotional, low frequency, then you crack your light. Then, especially with
The
emotion,
peace, the
yes,
calm.
the peace, and then you misalign you cut the frequency, you cut the power of your antenna.
Parang naglo-low battery.
Naglo-low bat area.
Low
So,
battery.
Okay.
so that's how you misalign your chakras. That's how you cut your antennas.
Now, probably what's also more important is how do you realign it?
Okay, so to realign it is we have to master the work of our mind. The thought is very important. What
You attract
Positive
what you
thoughts,
think.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, so the thought patterns must be in the proper alignment, and normally it should be all the time. We should be in the positive frequency of our thought patterns. It means that what we think is what we feel. So if we think that we hate this person, then we will generate this energy of hatred, and your day will already be what? Ruined by the frequency of that emotion. So just change the thought, and you change your whole frequency or your whole life for
It's
the day.
changing your attitude,
Attitude.
actually. Actually, when I turned 60 last December
16, right?
Yeah,
The
feeling
16,
16. Ladies and gentlemen, in our radio show at DCRJ, a texter was saying, I hate my job, what do I do?
Will I resign or will
Yes,
I...
and we said, you know, don't be afraid. There is life after whatever you're doing. I had a life after 26 years of banking and 1 year with Globe Telecom. It was very petrifying. But, you know, if you do what you love, and the cue is, do you feel good about what you're doing?
Right.
If you don't feel good, there's something very wrong, something very misaligned.
No, but also I'd like to add to all our viewers out there, especially those who keep on asking, should I resign or should I continue with my job? The first question you should ask is, what is it that you do? Because sometimes it's also a matter of understanding that particular job you're in. If you're unhappy because of the pay, then you'll have to think about the bigger picture. What kind of, you know, there are 7 currencies, like you'd always mention, and I also teach to my students. It's not a matter
It's
of...
not always money.
It's not always money. If, for example, you're into it because you really want to help out people, then you're not getting compensated well, then you're probably misaligned, you know. So I think it's not just a matter of resigning from a job because you feel unhappy about it, but finding out more of why you're in that job in the first place, or even before you get into something else, you really have to ask yourself, do I really want to get into this? And it's not just a matter of, I feel good about it. It's also knowing the possibilities, the challenges that come with that particular job, and can you actually overcome it?
And there's something I want to build on that, leading to Dr. Joe's purpose for Auhai, this school that where we teach Reiki and Dorn and Bees and all the other modalities. There's such a thing, ladies and gentlemen, as a healing crisis. When you undergo any of our processes in energy medicine, don't expect an instant miraculous cure.
Like, for example, I take it now, tomorrow I'm divinely okay.
Divinely okay. What concerns us now, Dr. Joe and me, is that our generation today of young people like you,
And
you are instant coffee gratification. You don't know that sometimes you have to undergo
A process.
experience and tolerances, acquire emotional maturity through trials and tribulations, only to gain, diba? And when you get healing from Dr. Joe, like energy healing or psychic surgery, don't expect that the next moment, voila, you're healed. Dr. Joe, paki-explain nga
Yeah.
about healing crisis.
Okay, so we can visualize healing process like we remove the An
Virus.
onion. The onion, yeah?
The onion.
Sheet
the onion.
by sheet. Okay. So in our alternative approach, or in the energy medicine, we consider starting from the spiritual realm, allowing you to reconnect to the source. Of course,
That's
the source
God
is
or
our
divine
God.
source,
So
yeah.
we inspire people to reconnect to their God, depending on their religion. That's one. And realign their thinking, allowing them to perceive life as a positive view of living, rather than cursing oneself, remembering the past, and all the
Being
stuff.
You have to
the-
let
Yeah.
go. You
Yeah.
have to
Let
learn
go.
to let
Past
Because
regrets.
with a mastermind, if we are able to master our thoughts, we can erase the past, the future, and we can just concentrate
Deal
on the
with the
present.
present.
We
Put
can,
the
yes,
energy there.
Create the present. So if your concern is your health in the workplace, and also the practices to improve the workplace health, you can already project as a whole your whole healing. Now, as we go through this process of healing, you experience as well what we call healing crisis. The healing crisis is the manifestation of release. Because you know, the mechanism of energy is, if you are generating serrated movement of energy, another vibration of energy must be connected to this serrated.
To dispel, yeah.
So you can level and recreate a new pattern.
Rebond and recreate.
Rebond.
Yeah.
So that's the healing crisis. You feel again the manifestation of your disease, the pains and turmoil of, before you realize, oh, I am now in the healthy state. So it is part of the healing. Some people would always complain, oh, I felt very bad.
I felt bad.
3 days. and all
I
that."
stopped taking my VCO or my wheatgrass kasi ang sama ng effect. Sabi ko, paano naman? 60, 70 years kayong pabaya sa diet mo, and then here is this healer element, and then, syempre, it cannot be instant coffee. No?
Yeah, that's
Yeah. So this is what we want to clarify to everyone. Whether you are going to hospital, to healers, and so on, all the time your body will experience healing crisis. The reconnection, reattunement of your body's frequency to the new frequency of health. That's the healing crisis. It could be diarrhea, headache, temperature,
Because
and
you're
body
detoxing,
pain.
you're expunging all the
the
bad
bad
elements.
elements. Okay.
Yes.
All right, now before we end this episode, we'd like to, of course, share to all of our viewers our song for the episode, which is by Enya, right? And the reason for this particular song is because we believe that
Energy should flow.
Energy
And
should
this is the
flow.
Ermico flow of Enya. It's a beautiful And Dr. Joe, why are we vibrational beings?
Yeah.
Aside from the fact that we're water-born creatures.
Yeah, if we reduce this flesh can be reduced to just light bulbs in the studio.
Or
we
1
are
kilo
just
of flesh
bundle
of
of light.
dust.
And
Yeah.
this vibration of light is music. It is continuously moving, and we consider our body as walking orchestras. When we are sick, there is some not in tune, or in our language, disintonado ka. That's why you are sick.
Kailangan ito, no?
So, with the Enya music that can stimulate the different antennas or the chakras, you will feel good.
Well, that is part of music therapy. When we teach integrative medicine under Dr. Galvestan in UPPGH, there's this book. Locally, there are already 150 recognized complementary alternative medicine, from Reiki to Dorn to art therapy, nutritional therapy, water therapy. But I think we have a few minutes for Dr.
Yes.
Joe,
Is there any, probably to sum it all up,
or to give an advice
Advice
as
to
to how they can stay
manage, right?
healthy until our next episode. We have 1 minute.
So
Yes.
our advice to all employees, workers out there to maintain their health every day is, first, your thinking, your thoughts must be of healthy vibration.
Positive.
Positive
Then,
thinking.
take care of the chemistry of your body, take care of the food. The food must be at its natural state if possible.
As possible.
Avoid food with
Processed.
preservatives and
Okay.
processed foods. And at least you have all the time with you a bottle of water
Water.
for the day. 3 liters of water
3
per
liters.
day.
Bilangin nyo, 3 litro.
And at least you have enough sleep. And
Okay, Mary Beth, go to sleep now.
Alright,
Also with our
guilty.
cameraman.
They're
go to
sleeping
sleep now.
already.
Okay,
So,
good.
alright. So again, thank you, Dr. Joe, for being here. How about you, Dean? Any words
Well,
for our viewers?
Until the next time that we meet, ladies and gentlemen, the power of wellness is in your hands. For 2011, I have chosen to call myself the Dean of Wellness. I have put my GNN episodes for the past year on YouTube. Go to my channel, Hernandez Deanne. There's so much there about wellness and other items that you can appreciate.
Right, and to all of the viewers who actually bombarded our email address regarding to, or because they really wanted to find out how to stay fit, energized, especially in positions that they feel are really, really stressful. We're actually having guests like Dr. Joe here to really talk about all the other forms of how you can maintain who you are in the workplace and not forget what's really important, which is enjoying your work, even if it's really, really challenging. So with that, I'd also like to thank my sponsors who really believe in me and lessen my stress in looking for outfits. So I'd like to thank number 1, David Salon for the hairstyle, Menchi Caballero. Thank you so much to the Black Shop for my corporate attires, Mimi Magsino para iba for my accessories, and of course, well, Miss Michelle Lim of Occasion for all my gowns. And I'd like to thank, without all these camera officers and our director in GNN, we won't be having this episode
Arnel.
right now. Thank you, Direct Arnel, and to all the officers who stayed in the studio and having this shown right now. Thank you all so much. Again, I've been always mentioning this: with the right attitude and positive outlook, you'll find meaning in what you do, and work will be something to look forward to. This is Mary Beth Maeve. Join us again next week for another episode of The Workplace. Enjoy your
Let me say it, let me pour and not go flow. Let me reach, let me be hitched, the shoes of trip all in. Let me say it,